Okay, we're going to start stream. We're not actually 100% live yet, but we're getting there. Still says offline, which is nice. So there's just a hell of a delay for some reason. I don't know why, but okay, it says stream health is green. I don't know. It looks like we're live, man. So we are live. I don't know. We'll see how long this lasts for, Bob, but 4 hours later and 6 minutes later and 30 seconds and 20 minutes and Zoom and everything else. But hey, man, we're here. We got green. We got green on the streams live, so we're there, man. So hopefully, yeah, that's what we're there. So we're here, guys. You guys see us. Everything's cool. Let's see some feedback from the minions. Let's see. So let's pop out this chat. Do you hear Bob at all or no? Do you not hear him? Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got going on here. This is a whole lot of fun. Let's see. Yeah, well, there's a big delay right there. Yeah, so I don't think they're hearing you, Bob. So I'll tell you what. Why don't you? Yeah, sounds to me like they're still not hearing you for some reason, and I've got your speaker up. This is one of the things where I had you on full blast here. Um, yeah. Okay, do me. Hey, I'm gonna give you a number to call in. Just call me on the number, and then we'll. Yeah, I love how it does that, man. That is just so slick. Because at least we'll do that. But hang on a second. I'll give you my number. Look, if you pull it on the Twitter feed, we'll get you pulled in. Let's figure this out one way or another. So, okay. So, guys, thank you for coming tonight. It's just all kinds of problems with this stream and just bizarro, man. Bizarro to say the least. So sometimes that's the way it goes. Everything always works before you go live. Everything's great, everything looks good, and then you go live, and then it's a completely different story. And what I'm gonna try to do is pump him through on the phone. At least you'll get to hear him instead of messing around and wasting more time. But I just sent it to you there, Bob. So if you click in your Twitter stream, you should see it. You can call me, and what I'll do is let me get you hooked up to the speaker real quick. I'll get you hooked up to my little Bluetooth here. And then when you call in, I'll have a speaker. We should see volume. We should figure this out on. Let's go to let's see. Okay, so you call in, man. I should have you. We should be ready to rock. Yeah, and it's back to red. So what I might do is just kill you and then just stick you on audio. But just call in, see what you got. We'll see what we got here. Hang on a second. Let's just call in and see because I think I might just have you might do that. Yeah, call in, man, because I want to get this going. It's like we don't get to see you, we don't get to see you. We'll get you on. Figure something out here. So I'll just cancel this. Let's see if we get the stream. There we go. Hey there. Okay, let's see if we can turn this up. Okay. Go ahead and talk. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. This is just complete chaos, man. I don't know. I was gonna try to get you on my speaker here. It's just complete chaos, man. It really is. Oh my good Lord. Yeah, I do hear you. I was just trying to get this Bluetooth hooked up. What if actually my daughter may be hooked up to it. Maybe that's why, but I don't know. No, that's the speaker. My daughter's it was connected to her phone. I'm telling her to turn it off. That's why. It was playing. Okay, there we go. Let me go ahead and drop this. Let me go ahead and drop the video and we'll just talk this way.
All right.
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Okay.
Let me drop this and see if this gets any better. All right, guys. So,
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
sorry about that, guys. Let me see if it gets any better here. Hopefully it'll get better, guys. And I'm sorry I couldn't get Bob on there. Bob's gonna have a baby. That is absolutely right. He is gonna have a baby. Let me break this out here. Let's see if we can get this thing working. Hopefully it should go a little bit better. I hope. Fingers crossed. Stream health is still red, Bob, for some reason. No, even though I killed the Skype, but what are you gonna do, man? It's technology. It doesn't like to work all that often, but yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. This is just craziness right now, what's going on. So anyway, guys, I have Bob called in here, and we still got a bad stream health. I don't know if it's gonna get any better. I don't know what the deal is, but something's clearly weird.
Yeah.
Is the stream working? That's not why, Bob. It's not because of your big ass head. You guys hear Bob okay, man? Please tell me you hear. Please tell me you hear him okay. There's going to be delays, so don't look at the screen. But anyway, guys, yeah, sounds good. No lagging. Sorry, guys. You know, we tried to get this thing working, and then we tried to get Zoom, and Zoom was a complete disaster, man. And I don't know what you're drinking, Bob. I know you. What's that?
Oh, saying OBS is garbage. I mean, it's very nice. Everybody want to find whoever created it. And, well, of course, I'm not a family guy, but I'm going to extend my ego with it because I'm a little bit frustrated. Yeah. You should use it.
Well, it's not user friendly at all, man. It's like, and everything's fine. Everything seems to be going fine, but it's not. But anyway, Bob, you're here. Guys, you are here. Thank you. Yeah, good. And have no lag. Thank you for that, Jeff. And what we'll do is we'll just do this. Not exactly what I intended. Look at that crazy hair tonight. It's not what we intended, but you know Bob Moneybags. You know him, man. You know him, you love him. He's got a great stream. But let's get right into it. We'll do it this way. Do you guys hear Bob okay? So give us feedback and if you can hear him. But hey, man, welcome to the show. It's not what we intended.
Guys, please make sure you subscribe to my video. And I do thank you once again, Chip, for having me on.
Yeah, man, for sure. Thank you for being on. They're saying they're having a little hard time. I actually have you through a Bluetooth, and I got that tip from Rain. He said he put GXRP one time through it. So Bob doesn't sound so good, but I sound good. So I'm gonna put you right up to the microphone, and hopefully they can hear you better. Go ahead and say something real quick.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I think you can hear him now because I got you right up to the microphone. I'll just hold this up there with the Bluetooth because we need to get a little bit of a volume. So Bob, tell us about how you came to cryptocurrencies. Like, what was your first exposure to it?
Well, my first exposure was Bitcoin. Obviously, that was a while back, like 2011. My friends, they got me. Well, not me. I didn't get involved, but they were involved with like searching up crap on the dark web, and like just like they weren't doing anything bad, mischievous, or anything. They just were searching for stuff that was rather unique on the dark web and showing me that people were like selling stuff for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and stuff. And I didn't know any better. I was like, what is this crap? So that was my first exposure. But a few years later, my friend got me into XRP because he was holding it since I think like 2014, 15, something like that. He said, hey, you need to look out. You need to look for this. It's really cheap right now. And at the time I got involved with it, it was like 2 or 3 cents. That was like 2017, late 2016, when I kind of dove into it. he kind of told me, he kind of gave me a brief rundown on it. I was more of like just trying to make a quick buck. I didn't really know much about XRP and what Ripple was. So I trusted him on it. I bought some. I learned more about Ripple and the actual use case of XRP. And I kind of dumped a large sum in XRP back then. I really wish I held all of it from 310. But that's all right. We're still here. We're still early.
Yeah, it is early days. So I mean, after you started getting into crypto, I mean, when did you start? Because I know, guys, I mean, Bob's being kind enough. He's been instrumental in really promoting me, but this is an opportunity for me to promote Bob because I mean, we need to get him to 1,000 subs as well. He puts out some great videos and he's done some amazing interviews. If you look back through some of his videos, hey, King Blue's in the house. If you look back through some of his videos, he's had some really great folks on, and he had me on pretty early. I only did a couple videos, and he was like, "Chip, I want you to have you on a stream." He brought me on. So, and as you know, Bob is you're a member of the Good Souls group,
Yeah.
and I'm also a member. We have we also have King Blue in the house too, and he's really the guy that kind of arranged everything and put it together. But tell me a little bit about some of these. Now, one of the things you may or may not know about Bob is that he's done some crazy things to raise money for charity. So tell us about some of the things that you've done and what you have queued up for your next big adventure in Babyland.
Well, thanks for the reminder, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm along with RP Production. I give credit that he was the creator of this idea. Um, what we plan on doing, and we already did a challenge where he knew I hated flying airplanes, heights in general.
Yeah.
So we had to raise 1,000 XRP for charity for good XRP. Actually, I'm sorry, we're saying true the first time.
Right.
And we hit it. We smashed that goal quick, too. And everybody was chipping in like, yeah, this is great. It's a good cause. Let's do it. And I had to fly in a little airplane. He covered the cost and everything. And he sent me a GoPro. And I went in a small airplane over the city of Cleveland, and I flew for about 45 minutes. Maybe a little bit less, but about that amount of time. And I kind of got over my fear. It was a pretty cool experience. But this next one we're doing,
But Bob,
I'm actually getting the
let me interrupt you for a second, Bob. I was just saying, let me interrupt you for 1 second. Did you fly? Did I hear that you flew the plane? Was that something that actually happened?
Oh, like 90% of the time I flew a plane. Yeah, other than landing, I did not land the plane. The video's on YouTube. Actually, you can see the point of view version of it on YouTube. There's 2 parts. I flew the plane. I took it off, flew it. The only thing I didn't do is I didn't land.
So he goes from being scared and terrified of heights to flying the damn plane. That's crazy, guys. That is nuts. So go ahead. What's the next thing you have queued up, and how do we donate, and how do we raise money? What's the next bit?
Okay, so the next thing, which has already been completed, there's stats from a little while back kind of got tied up with all parties involved. We finally got it organized, but the next one was I had to do a labor simulator for 30 minutes. It was one of those labor simulator machines that we raised 2,000 XRP for good XRP, which split between all six charities. So we raised the 2,000 XRP, thanks to everybody involved in the community. And now I gotta get to the labor simulator and be pregnant for 30 minutes and feel the pain of labor for 30 minutes straight. And I'm gonna be doing that on stream on the XRP Zoo sometime in the next week or so probably. Because I'm supposed to be getting it tomorrow in my simulator. And now I have to fulfill my promise. We raised 2,000, so now I have to go through labor pains for 30 minutes on stream, on camera live.
Wow.
For everybody to see.
So, for some of the women in here, like Anna and Allie and some other folks in here, I mean, I don't even know what that would be like, but I gotta tell you, that's pretty brave of you to do this. And I mean, I know it's you already threw your hat over the fence, and now you have to get it. I mean, it's pretty incredible. So, are you streaming this live, or is it gonna be like you're gonna record it, then you're gonna put it live? Is it gonna be a live stream?
So, no, we've been agreeing on it, the Zoo and I, the zookeeper.
Yeah.
We've been planning we're going to do it live, probably, because we want everybody to enjoy it and, experience it in its full authenticity. We're going to do it live. We're just trying to figure out a day, exactly the time. We haven't really fully discussed it yet because we're just waiting on the simulations to come in, but I guess we're supposed to get it tomorrow in the mail. So once I get that, we're going to schedule a date and then make it official at that point. We're going to do it live so everybody can watch and, sit back and enjoy my misery.
Yeah. So Anna wants to know if you do you need her to us to hold your hand? I mean, you're gonna need some love in here. You're gonna need a little bit of extra something.
Honestly, I might need any help I can get. So I know that you could. I would appreciate
Are you
it. It's going to be a rough 30 minutes for me.
30 minutes? I mean, I think 10 minutes would have probably been interesting, but 30 minutes, it's like, are you gonna be squealing like a little schoolgirl? Because I think I would be.
Crucified on camera. There's going to be a million plus views on this video. Everybody's making fun of me, making memes out of me and stuff. But that's fine. It's for a good cause.
It is for a good cause, and like King Blue said, you've been a fundraising monster. I think that's what I saw in there somewhere. And yeah, it's pretty cool that you're jumping in and doing this. I want to say hello to some of the people on the stream. We got BZ Comedy Channel, Annalise George, Ali G from Down Under, also with Annalise. They're like back to back there. Well, it's tomorrow. I mean, we're talking to them from the future here. We have XRP Angel Connie in here. King Blue, of course. Jay Twinitor, I think he may have gone off to sleep because it's like 4 in the morning over there. Who else did I miss? Notorious? No, Notorious is in here. We also have Ajax, better known as Anthony Jackson. Yeah, just Hodor Report's in here. Jeff from Hodor Report and Alex Yeet. And so, yeah, that's what we have going on. And I know we kind of messed it up in the beginning, but let's talk. Were you a Game of Thrones guy? Are you a Game of Thrones person? Do you like that show, or have you watched any of it, any episodes?
No, I have never seen any of it, but okay, see, this is how terrible I am. I like to see the ending of things. And so far, I've seen the last few episodes. I've heard about them a little bit. So I kind of know what happens, but I haven't seen any of the actual episodes in full in its entirety. So my friends would tell me, like, don't spoil it for me, you bastard. If you ruin it, I'm going to kill you. Not literally, but that would be pissed. And it's quite a joy to kind of go around knowing what happens, even though I don't know what's going on. But I'm weird like that. I don't know. But I need to see it. I need to see Game of Thrones. I've seen that only because of some of my other friends have seen it. I saw the ending scene.
Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers, man.
Yeah, they kind of ruined it for me.
No,
But I'm actually seeing Game of Thrones in entirety now.
Okay, but no spoilers. We have some people that haven't even actually seen it yet. But I know Annalise is a big fan of it. I'm a huge fan, and it's kind of weird. I came to it kind of late, but I have to say it's interesting. I started rewatching it with my wife at I'm about 3.5 seasons in, and she started watching the ending. So, and I'm like, but don't you want to know? She goes, I don't know if I'll watch the other stuff. I kind of want to see what happens. And I'm like, yeah, but there's so much cool stuff that happens. What are you streaming right now? Is there anything, like, if you were streaming something, anything off of Netflix, anything you want to recommend to anybody, like stuff that you're watching now, or something you think is pretty cool, or a movie, or just any kind of visual stuff?
Yeah, well, okay. It's interesting to me, but you guys might not like it. You might go through some boring history stuff. Well, I kind of like, if you guys have ever seen, like, the series of, I think CNN does it. Say what you want about CNN, I get it, whatever. But they do, like the 60s, the 70s. They do decades. They do decades of, like, historical events that happened in the decades. That's what I've been watching recently. They do, like, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. 2000s.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool series. I kind of like it. I must say, I'm not a huge fan of CNN or Fox or any of them, quite frankly. But they do a good job of making that. And to be fair, they do a good job. So that's one. Another one is Breaking Bad. It's always a good series. Breaking Bad is phenomenal. And then this one is on Hulu. And if you guys have not seen it, you're missing out on what it's kind of doing. Go check out Seinfeld. I mean, I'm a huge Seinfeld fan. You got to love Seinfeld. On Hulu, man.
Well, I was also a big Seinfeld fan, and it's funny. I mean, like even in my office, we still quote Seinfeld things like, "Yeah, whatever, Jerry," and stuff like that. Soup Nazi. We still do a lot of the quotes, and people look at us. The one I use a lot is like, "Hey, the big salad. You're not getting credit for the big salad." Where George bought the big salad, but I think Elaine handed it to somebody else, and he was like, "You can't get credit for the big salad. I bought the big salad." You know how many times that happened? Like you do something, someone else gets credit for it, but we still talk about that. I gotta say, the first season was kind of a clunker. I remember watching the first season, but you're right, it is pretty strong, and the last season was pretty rough too. I mean, I hate to say it, it kind of overstayed its welcome, but everything in between is just classic, man.
Of course, absolutely. Oh, I do want to say that Bottle Report's in here, and there's a bunch of other people in here, and I thank you all for joining the stream. You probably could have linked up with Bottle Report. You probably could have shown me how to work OBS because Ripple just dumbfounded them how to even figure this out. But
Yeah, well,
just a suggestion. He probably might know because he seems like he knows what he's doing with it. I don't know if
he
he
actually
doesn't
helped
use
me. Yeah, he helped me get mine set up, but unfortunately, with the whole streaming and stuff, I don't know. It's weird because I think we have the same internet too. Actually, it's funny because he's about 40 minutes south of where I am. We still have never met in person, but it's in the plan. We'll meet up at some point. We talk pretty often, off camera, but and we did a great stream. I enjoyed the stream we did last Saturday night about the Token Taxonomy Act, which oddly enough went about 2.5 hours. It felt like 30 minutes, but this is how it goes sometimes. And of course, I was on his stream. It worked.
I'm sorry. I just want to say that, yeah, yeah. So Jeff, you and Chip, you need to meet up at some point. I gotta say this: you guys are in Florida. I know it's pretty far ways away from Ohio, but you guys meet up sometime this summer. We need to make something happen. I need to come down to Florida and see what it's like down there. I need to see what the real party life is like down there in Miami and whatnot. I think I need to come down. We need to do a meetup down there. What do you say about that?
I'm in, man. I like it. I know Kick was going to be in Orlando, and then we talked about doing something. There's a bunch of local people down here that I'm starting to get an idea. So it would be kind of cool to do a meetup. Get a bunch of people together, do a little informal sort of a meetup because it's cool when you meet people in the community. I know that I think it was Ali that ended up going to Singapore and meeting up with Dutchy, right? I think so, RTB Dutch. So I think that she was hanging out there and they kind of met up. It's just pretty cool to meet up. And I think that Jeff, you can chime in about this from Huddle. I know he's gonna be in Orlando and he's meeting up with some community members. And one of them actually reached out to me. I don't know if it's something you want to talk about. Yeah, oh, you're in Orlando right now. Yeah. So did you end up meeting up with two of the two well-known people from the community up in Orlando? Did you do that? Was that tonight or was that tomorrow? Because I know that one of them reached out to me to see if I was close, and I was like, no, I'm farther north than Jeff, but not that far north. Uh,
I mean, I see King Blue even saying, "Come to Austin." King Blue. We need to do something. We need to all meet, like at least get a chunk of us to meet up somewhere because there's a lot of us in the states. I know there's lots that aren't in the states, but for the ones that are in the states, especially, we're relatively close. I think we can have a meetup. Come up at some point. Um, we got to figure out a location, man. 'Cause I'm totally down, especially Florida or anywhere down there in the South. I'm totally for it.
yeah,
Don't come to Ohio. Don't come up to Ohio. There's nothing. It's proven decay up here, man. Nothing good up here.
well, the cool thing about Florida is that flights are usually pretty cheap, especially if it's like towards the summertime. They're usually pretty inexpensive to kind of like pop down but it would be kind of nice. So tomorrow night, Jeff from Huddle Report is going to meet up with Mr. B for dinner, and those guys asked me if I wanted to tag along. I would have loved to, but I've got stuff going on this weekend. What is Anna saying? Anna wants to go to Orlando too, so there you go. So Orlando's, it's a big tourist spot. You think the number one tourist spot in the world would be Disney, but it's not. It's actually a mall that's south of me called the Sawgrass Mall, and it's just crazy. And people come from all over the place and just load up there. Everyone's carrying a suitcase, loading them up. Kind of like we fill our bags up with stuff. So Bob, I guess another question I want to ask you is, I know you're a pretty big beer connoisseur, and because you were on tonight, I'm drinking a little bit of Stella, which I really like. So talk about some of your favorite beers. Like how long, what beer did you start out on? Like what was your very first introduction to beer?
Oh god, the very first one was just ugh. It was nothing compared to what I drink now. And, I would say it was probably Bush Light, something really
Ooh,
cheap, crappy.
okay.
I think it was Bush Light, but I've evolved from that, and I would say now I drink a lot of different varieties. Like I drink imported beers, and I know it's not the same as actually going overseas and drinking them, but I do drink a lot of domestic, foreign beers. So forth. Like one I'm drinking right now, actually, is Lagunitas. Lagunitas is a good IPA. There's Victory Golden Monkey. That's a good one I drink. Um, which is Sierra Nevada IPA. Good one. Guinness is always a classic. I like that milkiness to it, and it's got a very nice, subtle taste to it. Nothing too strong. It's smooth. It goes down easily. I love Guinness. Guinness is always a classic. Um, I don't drink a lot, but I drink like once a week maybe, and I like sipping different beers and trying new things. There's this one German beer I like. Okay, I'm botching the name here, so guys, help me out if you've ever had this beer. I think it's like Weinstephaner Heppelock. That's a good beer I've had as well recently. There's a lot of good ones, man. I think that's how I pronounce it. I think it's the Weinstephaner Heppelock. I probably botched that, so sorry, guys. You know what that beer is, and I just botched it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a good one too. Modelo, I think somebody's saying Modelo. Modelo's a good one. I think chips drink comes from Stella, smooth. Nothing crazy about it. It's accessible in any store. Relatively cheap. Stella's a good option. Um, I like a lot of IPAs. IPAs are cool, but they're not always like the go-to. Sometimes I switch it up. I go for some stout. I did that Guinness or so forth. Or I mix it up. Sometimes I go exotic and I get a black and tan. I go stout with like a lager, like Yang Lane. Like you guys aren't familiar with Yang Lane?
Yingling, yeah, Yingling's the
Brewery in
only,
America.
yeah, and in Florida, by the
And,
way.
what's that?
Yingling's the oldest brewery in America, but it's also in Florida. And I just wanted to mention a couple of these comments. So we had a couple people. So Miyagi says St. Pauli girl. She was his first Fox, his first girl. You never forget your first girl. That used to be. Annalise says try some Victoria Bitter. I used to be a big Newcastle Brown, Nuki Brune, ale. I used to like Newcastle a lot. I like a lot of English ales and beers, which I'm pretty privy to and spent some time over there drinking them. But what else?
Well, that reminds me. I didn't mean to interrupt, but there's another beer that I'm thinking of. Have you ever had New Belgium at all? Like New Belgium Fat Tire?
I've had the Fat Tire, yeah. So the Fat Tire it's talking
The
about the.
Fat Tire's not bad.
Yeah, that's from San Francisco, and every time I go to San Francisco, it usually turns up at a lot of the parties. It seems to be like also Funky Buddha. You like that? Funky Buddha, Hot Gun. That's another
Yeah,
one.
I've had that one before. I've had that before. That's pretty good.
And I think the Funky Buddha is a Florida one, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure. Monkey Optical Illusion. That's Anthony Jackson. I don't know if that's a real beer, but didn't you drink some monkey beer right now? Aren't you drinking something?
Oh yeah, it's a brand called Victory, and they've got a bunch of different types of beers that are really interesting. But they got one called Gold Monkey. It's Victory Gold Monkey. It's about 9.5 or 9.8% alcohol content. It's a little high for the average drink, person that has a beer or two. But it's good. It's very fruity. It's got a citrusy, but it's like tropical kind of flavor. Uh, it's a Belgian style triple ale. It's nothing crazy, but if you drink like a six pack one, you'll be doing just fine. But you don't need to drink that much. Have like one or two of them, and you'll be sip on them, and you feel good, and it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Really nice beer.
So hey, Bob, I wanted to interrupt because I got some really good news. King Blue said that Alex Yeet, the man Alex Yeet, just donated 50 XRP to St. Jude's. I want to shout you out, man. Thank you, Alex. That's awesome, man. 50 XRP. That's beautiful. Very generous of you, man.
Oh, hey, Alex, Steve, I just want to say thank you personally for donating 50 XRP to St. Jude. Um, we got over about 71K donated to St. Jude just alone so far in the past 8 months or so. Give or take a month, I believe. But each donation you guys make it's still important. Sorry, I kind of lost the stream here on my computer. Here we go. I got it up again. But guys, every donation you guys make is still essential and it's so important because it just kind of it shows that I mean even if it's like 1 XRP or point
Right.
0.5 or 50 XRP, like Alex just said, you're all contributing to something that's better than us making money on our own. And I've done it myself. I come into crypto to make some money, just like a lot of you have, of course, obviously. Um, but this is kind of bigger than that. This is our way of making a different use case to help out others and create new opportunities for charities to raise funds. I think it's a very neat way to raise funds, and it's grown over the past 8 months. We've seen such tremendous growth and acceptance in the community. So I just want to thank every single one of you for contributing in any way that you can, even if it's donating or just sharing it with others, like, hey, this has happened. It doesn't matter exactly in which way or form you contribute, but it's obviously grown and it's shown that you guys care about this. So I do want to thank all of you for what you've done.
Yeah, agreed. And also Eli Crypto, Eli, I think I heard you say earlier you owed me a whiskey. Dude, you don't owe me any whiskey, man. I mean, we'll get together. When we get together, we're gonna have some beer for sure. But you don't owe me anything. All you owe me is your friendship, my man. There's nothing more to it. And so Funky Buddha is in Oakland Park, which is right by, in Fort Lauderdale. So I knew it was down here somewhere. Also Hodor Port Cigar City, High Life from Tampa is another good one. There's some really good craft breweries down here as well, which is, it's pretty popular. You go to the store and they have a lot of them. I used to be into Canadian beers and, at Ajax would probably know that, but I used to be into some of those. A lot of different Canadian beer, Molson's and Labatt's Blue Ale and all that kind of stuff. Did you ever drink any Canadian beer like Labatt's or Moosehead or Molson, Golden?
I've had like the basics, like Molson or Labatt Blue and stuff, but I haven't had anything like that's very regional specific, like some local brewery in Canada or anything now. Like I've just had like Molson or Labatt. Especially if you go up to Buffalo and Chip, you're familiar with this. In Buffalo, they got it. They actually have a brewery up there for Labatt Blue, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Uh, in Buffalo, so Labatt Blue is very popular up in Buffalo. I've been up there plenty of times. I know that's like a big beer up there as well because it's right near the Canadian border.
Yeah, my brother has a letter from John Labatt's. It's from the 1940s that was given to him by somebody, but that was a guy that used to own a bar. There Buffalo used to be famous for there was the most bars in a single mile strip. Like everything was a bar, like in a mile. I mean, at one point. And so he used to own a bar there, and he gave it to my brother. But it's like a hand signed letter from John Labatt, which is pretty cool. I know Ajax probably knows it. Yeah, kind of a cool little thing, and he's into that beer as well. But hey, kind of switching gears a little bit. Do you drink anything hard? Like, what's your liquor of choice? If you were like, you're not drinking beer, you go someplace, and you have your choice. If you're not going to drink beer, what do you usually drink?
Uh, I'd say I would have to say Johnny Walker Blue. Johnny Walker Blue is like a black label. Johnny Walker. That's pretty
Okay,
good stuff.
gotcha, man. You will have a little bit of whiskey, right?
Yeah, a little bit of whiskey's always good. The Johnny Walker brand is always pretty solid. It's pretty higher up. It's smooth. It's a nice whiskey. I was Johnny Walker. It's a little expensive, obviously, but if I can have any kind of alcohol or drink I want, Johnny Walker would be it.
Gotcha. So you're not. So what about vodka, rum? These other ones, tequila. You ever drink tequila? Is that your poison or no?
I've only had things like 1800 or Jose Cuervo, which, yeah, that's 1800, but yeah, 1800 is a pretty solid one, but that's pretty strong too. So I only last a little bit on that tequila, and then you get the worm going, you're going all night pretty good. So.
Right. How about moonshine? You ever have tried moonshine from Tennessee?
Yeah, brewed with different things like bananas, cranberries, and then yeah, that mashed brewed with many different things. I had one with like bananas and like peaches or something, brewed with or something, and it was really good. It was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it
yeah,
can be.
moonshine's pretty good.
Yeah, it can be pretty good. So Jeff from Huddle says that Troy has a distillery, makes amazing vodka, barrel-aged gin, and bourbon, which I'm a big. I also like bourbon and Scotch, and I've had the chance to go up to Scotland and try some of that stuff too. But I figured that, in your honor, I mean, I would drink some. That's why I was drinking some beer tonight. I don't generally drink it, but I have it in my fridge, and before when we were supposed to be having Bob on this stream and having a fun little time, but I'm glad you came on, man. I really wanted to, have you on and have you talk and stuff. I'll try to get that resolved, and we'll try to have to do that again. But it was kind of cool. Is there anything you want to talk about, or something we haven't missed, or just any weird off topic, or anything for the chat people in chat there today?
Well, first of all, I do want to ask you a question, Chip. I do want to ask you, so what got, before I go on to myself, what got you into streaming, man?
I gotta tell you, two things that I saw in streaming. The first thing that I came to streaming was, wait a minute, I'm asking the questions here, Bob. But anyway, I'll tell you real quick. I mean, the, for me, it was like, so the first person I came to was CKJ, and then I saw Jungle. So, and I was just so like mesmerized by, and I think what really got me really excited was the people that were in the stream. You know what I mean? So like you're in the stream, you started getting to know some of the people. A lot of people that ended up in the zoo. A lot of the people that are here tonight from that stream from a year ago, back when CKJ wasn't even up to 5,000 subs. So, that was part of it. And I recognize a lot of the people from there. So that was like the fun part of it. It was like, wow, there's a lot of cool people out there in this community. That's when I started feeling community. And so I started doing these little silly videos and, thinking I would do short form videos, and it ended up being a lot more work than I expected. So and I started branching out to this. But when did you do your first broadcast? Like, what was your very first video that you actually did?
My very first video, geez, um, I don't know. My very first stream was Jason XOP. My very first stream was Jason. He actually is in works with Showing on the Edge, with one of the charities. So I got him on and he agreed to do a stream. Um, but yeah, Jason XRP was the first stream I did. It was the first video. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think my first video was me explaining I'm gonna have a channel to do videos. But yeah, my very first stream was with Jason. Jason was actually, oh man, oh man, he deserves more credit. That guy, all of them. But Jason, he ran the marathon for Children on the Edge to raise money. He actually got Children on the Edge involved because he's not part of Children on the Edge. He actually got them involved and put there. So he did a lot of work, and I was surprised he's actually willing to do a string with me. And I must say, I'm very thankful that he was, because I was a little nervous. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm still learning some things, whatever. But he definitely, it was very comfortable because we both were very new to it, and it was kind of an experimental thing. Like, let's see how this goes. And it went out. It turned out all right. It was pretty good. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, it was a great learning experience to have them on because we both were a little bit nervous, shy about it, didn't know how to respond to it. It went well. Positive reaction from everybody that watched. People appreciate them being open and myself. And I learned a little bit from that. I was a little uptight and nervous, but it's part of the learning process, especially being on YouTube.
Yeah, and Yeah, I remember you had me on too. It's like hey Chip, you want to come on my stream? We had a good time. That you guys can look at that. That was a lot of fun, and I think that was my first live stream, man. That was when I appeared on your channel. That was my first ever live stream. So you said my first one was actually when we did that stream together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. That was the first
Oh,
time I ever
wow.
did it. Yeah, I hadn't even done it yet. I just was, well, remember I was doing those XRP minute videos, and that's when you said, hey, man, come on the channel. And I was like, yeah, that was like a lot of fun. And yeah, so,
Oh, I was trying to say, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I knew your personality and just like, I knew how open you were about answering questions, everything. I thought it would be a fun stream to do, and it clearly was worth it because you're such an outgoing personality. And it's clearly shown on this channel, which is going to get 1,000 subs, by the way, guys. But
yeah, we're
yeah,
gonna do it.
yeah, Chip. I mean, I gotta tell you, yeah, you got some wonderful content, and I knew it was there. I was like, I gotta have this guy on because he's just so open minded, so chill, so welcoming, and it was definitely a fun stream, man. It's always fun having a stream with you.
Well, it was cool, and that's one of the I wanted to have you on, man, because I enjoyed that so much when we were talking. I know what the kind of good you do. You know, you really put yourself out there. You like I will back up King Blue 100% when he says, you know, you're a monster for raising money. You're just a great fundraiser. You know, you really give everything. You've done so much, and like and some of the folks you've had on your streams too, from some of the charities, you know, where you can really learn about them. And that's what and not only that, but you also break down the FUD. You're putting out videos and content with the videos you put out. And I really like that. What I really enjoy about the community, and I think everybody's sort of been that inspiration to kind of lift everybody. But I feel like, you know, my mission too is that we need to get you to 1,000 subs, my man. We need to lift you up and get you up there, man, because you got a voice, you've got something to say, you've got your take on things. And I feel like, you know, where are you sitting at subwise right now?
I think I'm at like, hold on, let me check right now. I'll let you know in
And
2
then I
seconds.
want you to drop your link in this. I want you to drop your link in the stream too, because I want people to go sub you right now.
Okay, I'm dropping the link. I'm about to drop the link in a second, but I'm at 306 subs, so I'm gaining. I'm gaining some traction slowly, but I'm there. I'm there.
Right on, my man. But you're not that far away. We got 700 to go. That's going to go by quick. And if you guys, I mean, you please, if you want to just go sub, there you go. So there's Bob Moneybags right there. Go click on his channel. Go sub him. Click that little bell, man. He does some good videos. And really, you know, it's not about his future videos, but go watch some of the content he's been putting out. You know, you guys can watch a stream with us. We talked about crazy stuff on that stream. It was just like stream of consciousness, which is what I really enjoyed, man. It was like you were asking me all kinds of stuff, and you know, and then there was only one thing that was off limits today, and Bob said, "Don't ask me that question." No, he didn't say anything like that. He was like, Whatever you want to ask me, I'm cool with." I mean, and I just said, "If you don't feel comfortable." But we thought we'd talk a little bit about, you know, some music, a little bit entertainment. You ever been to a live play, Bob, or you ever gone to a musical at all? You ever seen any of those?
Yeah, I've fallen asleep at a few musicals before in my past. I've had my fair share of nice naps, but yeah, I went to Les Miserables. That was live. I couldn't tell you what happened. It was miserable for me because I fell
It's
asleep.
a
But
Miserable.
um, yeah, I I went to that. Um, I went to Cats. Have you ever seen that?
I had never have seen cats, and I think I'm fortunate. I don't know, man. I'm allergic to them, but
Yeah, I think you're not missing. I think you're not missing out on much because I would. Sorry, Miyagi. I don't mean to be rude to you, but
yeah,
Cats. It was just. Yeah, I kind of fell asleep on that one too. I had a good nap. I honestly don't really sleep well, but you go to a play, you give me there, give me some tickets, I'll sleep like a baby, tucked in tight.
all right. Well, it's like
I've been with you. I've been with you.
well, I'm kind of with you on those. You know, I just have never been into it, but I wanted to say that Jungle's in here. Jungle says, "Yo, Chip and Bob," but he said, "I'm so sorry, Bob. I can't believe I wasn't already subbed. I am now subbed, and yeah, he's subbed and belled. So he's subbed and belled, man, and so that's cool. So you picked the Jungle's now as a sub. Miyagi's like cool,
Well,
but
Jungle, I've Jungle and Miyagi, this is for both of you. So Jungle, thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. Guys, my channel, I just kind of rant and just give some BS about random news. I try to change it up because everybody's posting the same news, right? So I try to give like different perspectives, like today I put the video about Ethereum, right?
Yeah.
And I try to switch it up and give different perspectives on different currencies, not just XRP. But it's always good to learn about different things. And I give my insight, and I'm wrong half of the time because I'm a dummy. I'm not, I'm not actually dumb. I don't think
You
I'm
are
dumb.
not a dummy, man. You're fun.
I'm just I'm the average Joe that talks about it, and I have my own opinion. And if you're wrong, if you think it's wrong, or if it is wrong, you comment, and we go back and forth on it. And that's what I like about YouTube. We can just kind of just go on our own thing. We don't have to act like we're superior or above others. No, absolutely not. My videos, I do it for fun. I don't have to do them if I don't want to, but in the morning, I see something interesting. I'm like, let's talk about it. Let's bring it up to some people and see what they got to say in the comments. And some people have some insightful things to say. So that's what I like about YouTube. It's kind of to help us all grow.
Yeah, that's so true. And I don't know, Jungle, if you were in here earlier, I was talking about you a little bit earlier in the stream. But I gotta say, what I've really loved about this community is, when Jungle reached out to me, put me on a stream, and he was like, I came to CKJ, then I saw Jungle, so to be able to go on a stream with that, it's just like, and then I'm watching Bob, and then Bob puts me on a stream, so it's really cool, man. It's what I love about this community. It's what I love about all you. You come in here, you guys contribute, you have a good thing to say, you make me laugh, you make me laugh, you say funny things, and I think it's really good. I wanted to see if anybody else out there had any questions. I know we're on a little bit of a lag time, but any questions for Bob, I'll go ahead and read them, as long as they're not too crazy, or maybe if they're crazy, I'll say them anyway. Yeah, whatever you have, but I know we're on a little bit of a lag because I can see it, but at least I think our stream's green, and again, my apologies for. Jungle said something funny to me. He's like, "Yeah, Chips, learned from the live stream school of Jungle because I guess he's had his own, sort of miscues. But man, I cannot get it right to save my life. I don't know what to do. Maybe I gotta pull in Jeff from Huddle Report or figure out from the community who can help me. But
I do have a question now. I am going to say this live because this is how I am, but Jungle. Actually, this question goes to Jungle and Huddle Report. I want to ask both of you gentlemen. Guys, let's do a live stream together and just kind of, shoot the shit a little bit and talk a little bit of XRP and just about ourselves a little bit. You guys are interested? Or even with Chip, too, on Chip's stream. I'm fine with it. It doesn't have to be on my channel. I'm not about that. I don't worry about that stuff. I just want to have a good time meeting you guys. And, I'm formally inviting you guys to do a stream at some point with us. So if you guys are interested, please let me know because I'd love to do a stream with either Huddle Report, which I've seen your stuff, and Jeff, I gotta say, I'd be so interested to talk to you on a personal level, same as Jungle. So this is my invitation to you guys.
yeah, Jungle says anytime, buddy. So that's good. Anytime, anywhere, he's in. I'm all in too, man. Like I said, Jeff and I did a stream last Saturday night, and it went 2.5 hours. And when I was on with Jungle, I think we went 2+ hours, man, just back and forth. And this is what's great about the community. And once we move, we're gonna have like some of the biggest meetup parties ever, and which I really appreciate. Everybody sort of getting together because we kind of know of each other. We've sort of done some of these streams here and there, but it's kind of nice to meet up with people. That's going to be a lot of fun, I think. I mean, like you said, if you want to come down here, we'll organize it in a way where we can set up a date. Remember that Crypto Cafe video I did? They invited us back there, so I'd like to go back with a few friends and leg breakers and head back to that cafe and kind of show them what's up. We got to bring some paint though, Bob. We got to bring some paint over that trash thing.
Oh, yeah. I do have to say that. I have to say, guys, please check out his recent video at the cafe. Where Chip won't admit this because he's a humble and honest guy, but you know what? I'm going to call it like I see it. Chip destroyed this guy at the Crypto Cafe, and you know what? It was well worth it. I think it deserves a million views because this guy literally sat there, sat his pants, didn't know what to say to you, Chip, because you kind of just laid it on him, and it was just the most beautiful thing I think I've seen in a while. So, guys, please check that video out. Chip will be honest and say, "Oh no, it was a good," which it was. It was a good. It was very respectful, but he wasn't disrespectful in any way. But
Yeah.
he laid it on him in the most formal way possible, and it was just Chip. I gotta say that should have been pay per view. I would have paid to watch that. That was beautiful.
It was fun, Bob. I gotta tell you something. Here's a funny story about that. So I showed it to my BTC Maxi friend, the guy that got me into Bitcoin, the guy that got me into cryptocurrencies, and I go, "Hey, watch this video." And I know you're not gonna agree with it or whatever. Don't worry about that. Just watch it. You know what he said to me? He said, he goes, "The black guy is really smart." That's what he told me. Yeah, he's,
Trip. I don't mean to cut through you, but I just want to say this. You know what? They're in denial, and it's very clear. It's obviously a flaw in Bitcoin. There's a lot of flaws in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin. I always compare Bitcoin to Windows 95. It was innovative, and it helped kind of lay out the future in some sense, but it definitely isn't flawless, and there's a lot of problems with it. Okay, so you kind of laid it out in a classy way, Tim, and you made it very clear how XRP was. Well, basically, you were defending XRP and the community and why it isn't trash. You weren't even saying it was better than Bitcoin. You were just saying why it actually has a real world use case and how it's actually reliable. And the guy just kept trying to go, oh well, I just buy it to dump it or whatever. It's like, you know what? This guy, he didn't know what was coming. He got hit with the heavy hits from Chip. Chip laid it on him, and he didn't know how to react. So, sure, I gotta give you credit, man. You did it on camera. You laid the heavy hits on him. He didn't know how to react. You got him good on that. And I'm usually not somebody that's trying to pick sides, but dear God, you showed him some mercy because you could have laid him out flat, and you showed him some mercy by giving him some life.
thanks, man. I mean, I really wanted to be respectful because I'm like, the whole time I go, I can't believe this guy's letting me shoot. I can't believe he's letting me talk about it. I can't believe we're doing this right now. And I started watching some of the playback, and here's the weird thing. So the reason I did that video is because CKJ said one time in his stream, he goes, Chip, you live in Florida, man. You need to get out with the palm trees. You need to go shoot a video. You can't stay in your house all the time, right? And so I was actually out walking around killing time, and next thing you know, man, I'm thinking, wait a minute, I heard CKJ's head, his voice in my head, like, dude, shoot a video. And then I went to shoot it live, and it was like, oh, I don't have 1,000 subs. Wah, wah, so, yeah. So, anyway, so Jungle says, why hate XRP? I hope the BTC can fix its problems. That's the thing, it's old tech. I mean, think about it, guys. Think about a computer that's 10 years old. We have Bitcoins going on 11 years old, right? I mean, in cryptocurrencies, that's Grandpaville right there. You know what I mean? So you're right, Bob. It's older sort of tech that has some issues. But man, what if we all go back to that cafe? What if we bring Jeff from Huddle? What if you come down? I know Kick is going to be in Orlando next month. So he was saying, how far is it? I'm like, it's a 2.5 hour drive. Just get a car and come down. But it'd be kind of cool to do like a mini meetup, man. If we can plan something like that.
And that's what I'm saying. Sometime this summer, especially when I'm more available, I think we should do this because I'm down to meet Rick, and you know what? Instead of making a meme out of Rick because he could be meme worthy right now because of his responses, let's go down there and extend a warm welcome to him and just try to explain it to him and say that, hey, this is, what it is, and we're accepting of it. We're not haters of BTC. We just see the flaws that are obviously in front of us that can be fixed with some technology such as XRP. So it's very clear. I think he's just a little bit delusional. He's a little bit high off his BTC medicine, which is fine. We're not going to be haters. We need to be open-minded about it. So I think I would love to do that.
Yeah, Jungle says he just wants to tell Rick no Bentley time for you. And yeah, no Bentley time, man.
No Bentley time.
No Bentley time. So Ajax says BTC is going to be around for a long, long time. I think it is too, man. Listen, I'm the one calling for 250,000. I think it'll go to 1 million. It's a matter of time. It's not going anywhere. It doesn't even need a use case. The use case is if it's spendable, right? and it's going to rise, and it's also limited. I mean, I don't think they'll have more than 17 million mined in the end. Three plus millions already lost on hard drives and from early miners. And since custody is such an issue, there'll be another million. There's only ever 21, so 17 million, 16.5 million. Yeah, that stuff's going to go up, and they all talk about Bitcoin, but there are more people out there holding XRP, and it's a lot of other coins like Litecoin that own Bitcoin, and I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, how many people do you really think own Bitcoin?
I did a little mini video on it today about Ethereum, so I'm going to, kind of carry it over to Bitcoin. So Ethereum, according to a study by it's like I think it's like Cryptalysis or something. I forget the firm that conducted this study, but they said that 36% of Ethereum is owned by whales, which whales are top 500 owners of a cryptocurrency according to their study. So, and a lot of their data correlates over to Bitcoin as well. It's relatively slow to the price changes and whatnot. So not 100% statistically significant. If you've done like research analysis and stuff, and OLS regression and stuff, you might be a little bit familiar with the terminology. But with Bitcoin, I think there's major whales that control a major portion of Bitcoin. But I think I think it will hold a lot of value in the sense that it's kind of like digital gold. Like institutions might overvalue what it's really worth, and it might pump up, and there's not a lot of circulation and so forth. But an actual use case and utility and how fast and reliable it is, it's not as reliable as a lot of these others, especially XRP. But that's a totally different story. I mean, it's really how much value somebody, like a large portion of people hold in something. Especially the news is always talking about Bitcoin. Institutions are putting money into Bitcoin. It's going to have some value in that sense. It's like a digital gold. So it's going to pump up. I think it's going to pass its all-time high tremendously. I think it's going to go way above it.
Agreed.
But it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be more valuable in the sense it's going to have more use case and be more accessible and cheaper to use and so forth and faster. So there's a difference there. There's a difference between use case and utility and how much it's actually valued in dollars. So
Gotcha. So hey, I got a question for you for Jungle. But before I get into Jungle's question, I want to say Aiden Traden's in here, guys. And if you don't know, he is, and Aiden, if you can drop the link, he's basically got this amazing replica of Variable Guide BG123. I actually got one last night. I was super psyched about it. I know Jungle's been dropping pics of it, but I had to get at least one of them, and maybe I'll grab another one. It's a great gift for anybody in the community anyway, but it's really well done. And also I wanted to mention too that the proceeds go to Aiden's college fund. So it's not like, there's a real use case there, right? Aiden's going to go to school, he's going to go to college, right? And he's probably getting ready in 3-4 years now. We'll be going off to college, but Aiden, go ahead and drop that in there. So Aiden just dropped that link, guys. Click out to that. It's on eBay. It's what is it, 1995, Aiden? I think. Yeah, go get that, please, because it's so cool, man. I mean. So, Jungle, I wanted to go ask your question too, but I also wanted to ask you the question about a picture that I saw earlier. The picture with Variable Guy 123, the one that Aiden is selling, but he was holding a toothbrush and there was like a Tom's toothpaste there. What's the story on that? Tell me that as I get into your questions. So, Jungle wants to know. He wanted me to ask you if he's going to diversify. What's the one coin to add to his portfolio if he's going to diversify? What would you add?
Okay. Jungle, hear my words loud and clear. If you can, I know I'm through Bluetooth here, so sorry if you can hear me loud and clear, but if you can hear what I'm saying this very clear as much as I can. So there is something called VET or VeChain.
Oh yeah.
I'm shilling VeChain right now. I'm totally shilling it because it's less than a penny right now. The VeChain's use case is extraordinary, and the partnerships are unreal. They're with BMW, Oxford, Harvard, many other phenomenal institutions they have partnerships with. VeChain is a great program to actually look into. I think that for the price that it's worth, I think it's way undervalued, and you should at least look into it. I'm not telling you to invest because I'm not going to tell anybody to wherever to put their money in. I'm not going to tell anybody to put their money into something. I'm just suggesting. But yeah, V Chain is definitely one I would totally shill to you if I were going to shill one project to somebody. So V Chain, for the price it's worth, totally look into it. I highly suggest V Chain for the price. You might get an extraordinary value out of it for what you put into it now, given like a few years from now, 3 to 5 years. But the partnerships is unreal. I mean, the partnerships are take a look at the partnerships. I don't know all of them. I know BMW is like one of the main ones.
There's a bunch
I think Microsoft and a few others. I'm not sure, but
yeah, there are.
The screen is extraordinary. So the price it's selling for right now, it's very similar in the sense of circulation compared to XRP, but the price is so low. I would totally look into it.
Yeah, agreed. So Jungle says, Bob's my financial advisor buying some VET and VET now. So I actually like the project.
Good, go ahead and sue me. No, I'm just kidding. Don't sue me. This is not financial advice because every YouTuber has financial advice.
Jungle's taking it as financial advice. It is not financial advice, guys, but it could be construed as financial advice. Yeah. So all right. So XRP Connie just ordered one of those. Do you know the bear we're talking about? The one that Aiden had? He was on his live stream last night. I ended up watching a little bit. It's actually really cool, man.
Yeah. Let me speak about that a little bit. Aiden trading. I gotta give him a lot of credit, man. He's like what, 14 years old. He knows a lot more than I do at 14 years old about this stuff.
He knows more than I know
even though it wasn't really that big back then, but still, I mean, Aiden trading. Him and his family, his parents are really just open people, and I think they're doing a tremendous thing right here by selling this to help out his college fund. Guys, also, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Aiden, but I think one person has a chance of winning 589 XRP, no matter what the value is. So whoever buys it, there's going to be one person that's going to win 589 XRP, from my understanding. I could be wrong in that. Let's wait for his confirmation. But I believe that they did mention something about somebody will win 589 XRP out of the people that bought it. And on top of that, the proceeds will go towards his college fund, which is, I mean, that's always a good thing. So I can never hate on it. Aiden, I love what you're doing. Keep doing the good work, man, that you're doing, you and your family. And I even kind of made a video, and in my video this morning I kind of showed you a little bit because that's just tremendous what you're doing. And no matter what you think about Variable Guy, whether you think, oh, it's ridiculous or not, it's a very innovative and neat idea that kind of help raise funds and just kind of spread some positivity and a little bit of fun within the community. So I love it. I love what he's doing and his family. Guys, please check it out. Please check out the link that he posted as well. So Jungle, don't hold me responsible. Jungle, I did not give you financial advice.
He's already holding you responsible, man. I see it right there. He said he's holding you responsible, but he's not paying any commissions either, though.
I'm getting screwed. I'm screwed.
Yeah, you're done, man. So Aiden says the more you buy, the more likely you are to get the 589 XRP. And think about it. You know, Bearable Guy said that could be worth a lot of money, $300,000+ one day, right? I mean, it's crazy to think of what that would be. You know, if you even held it 3 to 5 years, it's insane, right? If you think about what that might end up being.
Exactly.
What other comments did we want to see in here? Yeah, so Electra Highway, I don't know if I mentioned. I know Miyagi's in here. What did AJ say? No, Mr. Jungle. Thank you for doing what you're doing, brother. Oh, it looks like I think Anthony Jackson also bought 2 bears. He said he bought 2 bears, Aiden. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, man, you know, and I tell you, when I get the bear, I want to be able to, you know, dance him around on screen. I want to take pictures of him around, just in and around spaces too, you know. Something funny that Extra Hardcore said is he got him so he can hold him. He can hang him from his Lambo, from the center mirror. He wants to hang him on the Lambo. So that's good, man. Once we start popping them bottles, I I love when Jungle starts talking about popping bottles, man. It's one of my funnest things. There's the link, guys. So go ahead and get that. I think Jay, you need one of those bills, man.
I see a question from Jungle. He says, Chip, can you ask Bob if the bull run continues?
Bob, what do you say, man?
Well, all right. Well, here's my opinion, and this is my opinion entirely. So
As Jungle's
it's going to
financial
retract a little
advisor,
bit, right?
as Jungle's financial advisor.
Oh, of course,
Okay,
as a financial advisor.
got it.
So Jungle, my opinion and mine only. I think it's going to retract, and it might hit hard a little bit soon. And within the next week, it might retract a little hard. But given that we've had almost 100% increase plus on Bitcoin and other altcoins that followed, I think we're going to see a hard retract. But it's only going to be temporarily for a little while. So it's going to be we're in bull run status, yes, but I think it's not going to be like continuously going up all the way to 20,000 BTC or something crazy. So no, I don't. I wouldn't say that. I think we're going to hit some heavy points where we get heavy hits, and then we're going to go back up and get large increases. Now, I'm not going to give you a time frame because I'm not going to guess that and make you think that that's going to be the case. No, but I think we're going to hit a heavy retrace. If it's not happening already, it's going to happen sometime soon. Might even go back up for a little while and then retrace. Who knows? But it's going to retrace a little bit heavy. Given the situation that Bitcoin went from $3,000 a few months ago to 8,000 plus, I mean, a 50% decrease is still really good. So, in your investment, and that's just in Bitcoin. I'm not even talking about XRP or anything. So, we're going to see a little bit of retractment, but it's going to be a little bit of road bumps in the way. I think we're going to see a heavy retracement, and then we're going to see a heavy increase at some point, and especially in June or July. At that point, I would like to see some heavy movement at that point because a lot of regulatory issues. I know SEC kind of pushed back until October. But we still got SBI in July. We've got a lot of other events going on around that time. So it's going to be kind of a tidal wave process going through the next year.
Yeah.
But right now, maybe not right at this moment, but pretty soon I could see some heavy retractment. Whether we go up a lot more right now or not, but we're gonna get hit a little bit hard. So don't be discouraged by it. It's just part of the process. You gotta hold strong. If you truly believe in the investment, you gotta hold it and hold it long term.
Nice. Hey, I got a couple rapid fire questions. They were firing some questions away. So this next question comes from Anthony Jackson. He wants to know, what is your take? What do you think XRP is going to be end of year? What's your call? What's your take? Just from their perspective today.
God.
Take a shot at it, man. Just
Oh
calm
God.
it down. Give us something. Come on, man.
I'll be conservative and I'll pay $1. Okay? Are you happy? Because
Not really, but I'll take $1 at this point. I mean, if we're getting retraction, because the other thing is, Jeff from Hodel wants to know, is it going down to 20 again? Are we going to see a low of 20? 20 cents for XRP.
Even if they do, it's healthy, and it sounds like it's not, but in this kind of market, in this type of volatile environment that we're in, I don't think we're going to go to 20. I don't think personally. I wouldn't be surprised if we went to the similar levels we were at a week ago or so, and then we went back up. We much that'll discourage a lot of people. People will be like, "Well, what's the point?" Kind of pumped a little bit pre-consensus and whatnot, and then something but that's quite the process. And I've seen in the past 2 years, it's very common, especially pre-consensus. That major event, it's
Yeah.
a major event and then dump. It's natural in any kind of environment, whether it's the stock market, the U.S. stock market, and foreign markets. It happens a lot. So don't be discouraged. If anything, that's a major buying opportunity.
Yeah, so a couple things in the chat too. So D-Back says, come on, $1 now. 5 to 10 D-Back is calling for. And BZ Comedy Channel says 5 for $1. I hope so. So somebody wants to start filling up those bags. Hey, well, how do you feel about vertical video? That's another question from Anthony Jackson, but I know why he's asking that because I flip out when I see vertical videos or vertical photos. It drives me insane because nobody goes to a movie theater and watches vertical movies, and nobody watches their TVs at home or their tablets when they're streaming, Netflix or, Prime. So what's your feeling about these vertical videos? I gotta know.
Vertical video, oh yeah, it should be outlawed. I mean, people that post this kind of nonsense vertical videos, they should definitely be banned from YouTube and so forth. It's very clear that nobody wants vertical video. If you're going to record and be that silly with your recording and that reckless, I think it's very clear you don't belong on YouTube or any other platform that streams these videos. It's very, very discouraging for the viewer. I don't believe it. I think vertical videos are a shame, a mockery. I made that mistake one time in my past. I learned that people do not want vertical video. It's a shame. If you do it, if you're guilty of doing it, you have time to fix it. The time is now. Vertical video is out. We want horizontal. Vertical video, if you try to do that, if you're continuing to do that, you're just adding to the problem, and you know that. So please prevent yourself from doing this. It's a shame. It's a mockery. People are going to make fun of your channel. It's awful.
Well, I gotta say, you know what? I think I'm gonna recut this into a public service announcement. I think we're gonna have to insert it to any video. And now time for Bob Moneybags on vertical videos. And you'll just go launch into, man, I was like cheering you on. I was like, go, go, man. It is crazy because what we ought to do is punish people that do vertical videos. We should make them watch movies um, on their phone and see what they're missing because then they might get that, hey, man, there's a whole world going on out there, that they're missing. But yeah, I think you said that beautiful. That might be my favorite rant in a while, man. You really hammered that home.
Oh, I appreciate it. I think it's deserves too, because I mean, quite frankly, it's just a disgrace to any kind of streaming platform. And, it's just a shame. Like, how did somebody get away with thinking that? Okay, I think having these black bars on the side of my film and cutting out half of the film is just going to be more beneficial to the viewer. I think you should be ashamed of yourself. You should exit gracefully and just never continue recording any videos. It's really a shame. It, I really, I think if you intentionally do it, you're doing a disservice to the community. So, guys, vertical video is a no go for me.
Okay, we got massive agreement here. So Annalise George, she put something up. It was a beautiful video of like a sunset and everything, but it was vertical. And she's like, "Yes, Chip, I remember you telling me about the vertical video. Yeah, it drives me crazy. It started a few years ago. I remember I was at my kids thing, and everybody's like recording it was like one of these little kid productions where they get up on stage and do one of these little plays, and I was the only one holding it horizontally, and I'm like, do they not know? I mean, maybe they don't know. I don't know, but but anyway, listen, we're getting
They're naive individuals, and you know what? They're just sheep in the herd, and it's fine. If they're gonna hold their device vertically, it's pathetic, but it is what it is. They're gonna have to learn from everybody else. They're gonna have to learn the hard way that guess what? We want actual video footage. We don't want that bull crap with the black bars on the side. Because guess what? We're going to dislike the video. We're going to move on to something that's actually real footage. So, guys, Anthony Jackson brings up a very valid point. Vertical video should be an outlawed. It should actually be a crime, and I believe it.
yeah, you know what we're gonna do next time? We're just gonna publicly shame people to do vertical video. I'm just kidding. We're not gonna do that. There are a couple people, and I'm not gonna mention that do vertical videos, and I would kind of give them a little bit of a pass, but I'm always telling them, like, because I know CKJ did that too when he was up there doing David Schwartz, and I'm like, dude, can you turn your phone, and stuff like that. I mean, and I know how hard it is. You're at the moment. It's a lot easier to hold the camera that way. I mean, your phone is the camera. It's way easier to do this than to stick your hand like that. I get it. And when I did that, and I don't, it's funny because Anthony Jackson hammered me. He goes, Chip, you shouldn't talk because, and I think it was Ajax that said that. He goes, you shouldn't talk because those XRP minute videos you do, but that's a it's a weakness of the program I use. It only shoots it in a square video. Unfortunately, I can't even do it horizontally or vertically. So it's a weakness. It's a shortcoming of a software I use. But he did hammer me, and he's rightfully so, that I have to eat a little bit of crow on that one because they're not, they are limited in that sense. But man, I want to say how much fun this was having you on. It's sad that we couldn't see you. We did see you for a little bit, but man, I want to thank you for coming on, man. I want to thank you for, the promotion you do. I want to thank you all the good you do for the community, and especially raising money. Like this is going to be crazy when you're doing this, the simulating what it is to be in contractions and having a baby, man. You're way braver than I think any of us. I think this one's worse than going up in a plane, personally. But I
For
want
sure.
yeah, and anyone say anything you want to say, just kind of end this thing and kind of like take us out. But anything you want to say, and um, just to kind of kind of sum it up. We've been streaming for a little over an hour and 15 minutes because we got started late. Bob?
Nope. Oh,
What?
are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, man, I lost you for a second. What do you want to say? Anything to take us out?
Oh, yeah, okay. So, guys, well, first and foremost, please like and subscribe to Chip because we got to get him to 1,000. It's just going to happen any minute now. We can use any support possible. On top of that, I do appreciate you having me on, Chip. It's always a blast having, chatting with you a little bit, especially on live stream. Um, and on top of that, I do thank you all for joining in. This charity effort that couldn't be done without you guys. It's not like it's just me or a specific individual or even King Blue. I'm sure he would say it's not because of him or anything. It's because of all of you guys. So I thank all of you for what you've done. It wouldn't have happened without you. Um, Guys, also with your investments, I want to say just hold strong, be safe, don't do anything stupid. I've done it in the past, try to make a quick buck trying to trade daily or something. Just have a plan. Have a plan and stick to that plan. And whenever you want to exit, you want to exit. But at least you have a plan. So don't try to make a quick buck because you might hurt yourself in the process. So guys, I thank you all. I thank you all personally for tuning into the stream. I thank Steve and Chick for having me on. It's always a pleasure to have you to be with you, man. And keep moving strong.
Yeah, thank you. Well said, man. And you know what? And also too, if you guys haven't already, I mean, I want you to drop your link one last time because if anyone watches this on playback, it's important that we get your subs lifted too, man. You got a lot of great stuff to contribute to the community, and this is how we do it together. We pull each other up. We get there together. So, and I want to thank everybody for coming in the stream tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, just one thing I want to say that Jeff in the Huddle Report said we now need a computer view for the vertical video maxis. So that's what they're officially called now, vertical maxis, right? So, and I want to thank everyone for coming in here, especially Ed French. Thank you very much. Really awesome. Appreciate it, BZ Comedy Channel, Anthony Jackson, Miyagi, Annalise George, let's see, Jeff from Huddle Report. Jungle was in here. We had a lot of other folks that popped in early too that I probably will miss. D-Back, Nick Bujison is in here. So thanks, guys. Thanks for coming in. We'll get back to a regular stream. My apologies for the tech difficulties, but guys, thank you for hanging in there. Much appreciated. We'll get back to a regular scheduled stream on Tuesday. We're going to break down some tech, have a little bit of fun, and I think Bob gave us some really great words, which is hodl strong. Don't do anything stupid, because guess what, guys? We're human. We do stupid things. And Bob, let's just say goodbye, and then we're going to go ahead and end this.
All right, goodbye, guys. I love you all. Thank you for joining the stream. Please like and subscribe to Chip.
Yeah, and same thing. Drop your link. Drop your link one last time, man, just so we can take us out.
All right, let me see if I got it.
Drop it one more time. Drop that beat. Drop it. Drop it. What else do we have in here? Yeah, right, man. Drop it out there. Beautiful. So you dropped it in there, right? Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, I dropped.
We need a moderator to take care of that because I think it's some spam, like Bob's spamming the channel, man. Guys, somebody handle that. Thank you very much. All right, guys. So listen, we'll get back to it on Tuesday night. We'll do a regular scheduled stream. We'll do another chip chat as soon as I can get my stuff working. Bob, thank you so much for joining, man. It's a blast having you. I want to be able to do a virtual cheer next time, so we can do a slangiva or a cheers or whatever, salute, nostrovia, whatever it may be. But thanks for being on, man. That's my take. What's yours? Chip